Hey everybody, welcome back at another before and afters, and holy shit, it's been a while.
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute. I'm pretty sure the last one we recorded was last year.
Well, it's
Came out this year.
growing an old man beard, and
You've stopped shaving since.
Yeah.
And to be honest, we haven't really seen a whole lot of movies.
For new ones,
Yeah, for some reason. Things have slowed down quite considerably.
Some reason I've been less inclined to go out in public.
Oh shit!
Ooh,
what are we drinking? What are we drinking today?
Oh, I'm drinking a stolen bike lager.
Oh, stolen bike.
Stolen bike.
Nice
Hopefully
little
it's
beer.
not my bike that's been stolen.
Well, I am going for a cider, a Somersby.
Is it a poison cider?
Poisons. A what?
Boysenberry cider. Poison cider.
A poison cider?
Poison cider.
I don't know what this. Why is there a boy inside of her?
I don't know. You like that? Let's go that one.
Shit. Well, 3 months into the year. Cheers, man.
Cheers.
Boom.
What a good year it's so far.
2020 is going to be better than 2019.
Oh, yeah.
Or will it? Or will it?
Dun, 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 dun. Foreshadowing.
Nice. Not sponsored by any of these brands, by the way. But
Yet.
if you do feel like sponsoring in these dire times, Somersby or Stolen Bike, don't worry about it. We'll gladly. Do you approve?
R&B brewing. Oh yeah, I do like this, but fuck all the people who work at R&B.
Are not. Oh, is this where you had your
This is
little
where I've had a
altercation with your
with bartenders?
I don't know. So good beer,
Good beer though. Yeah.
bad bartending.
Buy the beer, but don't support the people who work there.
Yeah, that's right.
That's what I
Buy
say.
the cider and support the people that work there, especially in these times. Dude, what have you been up to? Why have we not been podcasting as feverishly as we have been in the past?
Yeah, well, let's see. Like, how far back in time do we have to go? Like pre-Christmas?
So Jay and Silent Bob, which came out in this year, or Star Wars. No, actually, Jay and Silent Bob was the last one we did, I think. But
Yeah.
Star Wars is maybe the last one we released. I can't remember. But we released something in January. And things were looking fucking great
They
back
were
then.
looking great, man. I was back down in New Zealand for 3.5 weeks, and then London for a week, and then back into Canada and out and about. Had some
Out and
time
about.
off, like in the mountains, doing some snowboarding, get my jam on, and then
You were getting like both the best out of winter and the best out of summer, basically.
I did. I got the
Yeah, you went back home in New Zealand.
and it was fantastic. The sun was out, the beach was beautiful, the beers were nice. I was like chilling when just left here and was snowboarding. Like, they had the best powder I've ever ridden in, and then straight to the beach. It was like life couldn't get any better.
It couldn't.
It couldn't.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty much what it is, isn't it? Like, I went away on a little holiday for 2 weeks to Vietnam at the start of January. And then by the time I got back, you left. You went for a little holiday back home. And then you came back for one day. I saw you for a split second, and you're like, I'm out of here
I'm
again.
outta here.
Back to London. And you went to New Zealand for a wedding.
I did.
Did you get married?
I did not.
Holy shit.
No, my little bro tied the knot.
Did he?
He did. No,
Or did he run?
Did he run? He tried, but we pulled him. We pulled him back, and we like, listen, buddy.
It's like, you said something, you're going to do this.
I flew all the way to New Zealand for this.
Yeah.
You're gonna see it through. Nah, he was pretty chuffed.
You were best man? How do you call it? Yeah, that's best man,
Best
right?
man, that's the one. Yeah, it was good. It was a good time. Catch up with a lot of family and a lot of people we haven't seen in a
Dude,
while.
I haven't asked you anything about the trip because it was kind of like, I had a little plan of like us sitting together and kind of catch up with what we've done all that time.
That's actually pretty good. But like,
I know. So now it's still like we haven't yet. So I kind of want to know what you've, like, especially the wedding. You had some good ideas. How did that go?
you mean the bachelor party?
The bachelor party.
Oh, we ruined him. It was great.
All right.
Like, we had all these ideas that we'd gathered over other bachelor parties, and we rolled it all into one.
It sounded pretty epic.
Yeah, we did the old paintball, and
Yeah, is there stuff that you can tell? Like, can you tell us the bit of the setup, like the idea that you had? You had to,
right?
You kind of ran this thing, and you told me like a little bit of your idea. I thought it was pretty damn good. So maybe everyone who's listening has got a.
I'm gonna take this off. I keep catching the light every 2 seconds. Oh. Aesthetics, so kind of keep that going.
No time telling for you guys.
People are going to be like, listen, all right, there's flow. Like,
stop blinding me. Stop blinding.
It's blowing out. Can you clamp that? Sorry, where were we? Yes, so
no. You told me you're a little. There was a little bit of a story, a little bit of an idea behind that bachelor party. It wasn't just like, oh, we're going to take you to the strip bar and we're going to humiliate you.
Right.
Not so much.
No, so like I had this plan a while back for another mate, and I ran with it a little bit more this time. So basically, it's a New Zealand tradition, and Australia as well, I guess. I heard not so much in the States, that on the bachelor party, like, you just torture the groom, kind of, the groom to be. So, you know, lots of times they end up getting walloped, like they get beat, or they get wax strips and all this
it's just humiliating or painful or
all of the above. So we had that same plan, but I didn't want to just do it for the sake of doing it. I was like, let's make a story behind this. So basically, we put him through trials to make sure he's going to be fit for marriage.
Right. I've heard some of this stuff. Like, I haven't heard how it worked out, but I heard the ideas. I thought it was pretty good.
So the first thing is, like, it's a general thing that always happens on stag do's, is the groom ends up getting dressed in something like a dress or something stupid, like dressed up like a penis or something. They get dressed up something stupid.
How is that stupid?
You're right. Why doesn't everyone go around?
Like half of the population is a penis, right?
Well, but like, they're not dressed as a giant one.
But how is that stupid?
You're right. That would be a great thing.
It's offensive. I feel offended.
Is that because you generally dress like a giant penis?
People tell me I'm a dick all the time.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. They do tell you that.
Whatever. We're canceling this show.
Put it in the comments. Is Rick a dick? Rick a dick.
A thumbs up for if I'm a dick. Thumbs down if I'm not a dick.
Thumbs up. All the way up. So the first thing we did, we put him in a dress. But not just for the sake of it. Like,
is this just one day? Is it just like a...
It's just one. It was one day.
Right.
Some people do multiple days, but this was just one. So the first thing we had him in a dress, but the reason for and the type of dress we got, like, his fiance is a school teacher. So the first mission I had was, okay, you need to know your partner, like, understand them. Like, how is she going to come home from work and tell you the problems if you don't understand what she does?
Right.
So we figured the best way for him to get into the idea of what she does, she has to deal with school children all the time. The best way for him to understand is to be like one.
So to be a good husband,
he should learn
to be understanding.
Excuse me. So we got him a skimpy schoolgirl outfit, like one of those sex ones that you get on the fantasy stores. Definitely not made for men.
Whose fantasy is that?
Having sex with a schoolgirl?
Yeah, where did that come from?
Japan. I feel like it's definitely from Japan.
It definitely is, actually.
Definitely.
They always dress up as Japanese.
Well, all the people on the like packets of these clothings
are
Japanese. And definitely the sizes were, like, I got them like a triple extra large, and it was tight. It was tight. But we got that. Yeah, my.
Did he look sexy?
I mean, he got a lot of wolf whistles. So yeah, like, we dressed him up in that, and that was the first part, and then we went and played paintball. But he had to wear that while we were playing it, and the second task I had is, as a husband, he should be able to, like, look after his wife, protect her. Like, that's, you know, something we'd expect as a husband he should be able to do. Don't get offended, snowflakes. It's just fun.
A real man defends his woman.
Yes. So we got like a inflatable doll, and we got a picture of his fiance's face and taped it on the front, and then he had to have that attached to him in any way he wants, but he had to have it with him at all times and protect it. Like, if it got shot, then he had punishments. So he had a wooden spoon that, like, people were belting him with if it got shot.
How did that go?
Went pretty good. He actually did a pretty good job of protecting it, to be honest.
So what was the setup? Is this somewhere indoors, outdoors? You guys, is it two teams that he had to run through like some sort of hallway and everyone could shoot on him, or did he have a gun himself?
The first was just the two. We played a regular game outside, like two teams, and we switched him to the other team halfway through. But just as we finished it, we did another test, which was, we want to know that he can look after her, and if she's ever in danger, that he can come and protect her. So we made him run a gauntlet where he had to run down, retrieve her, and run back, and everyone else was just waiting for him along the course and just shooting him. It was. I actually felt bad for him after that one because. Like, basically, we would have been, like, not very far away from him, and he's just getting lit up by, like, everyone firing. Like, paintballs hurt when they hit you.
I know, I've seen it, like, well, I've never done it, but I've seen people with the bruises and stuff.
Oh, yeah, he was welted to the max.
So he got hit.
Oh, he got hit a shit.
Was he wearing some protective gear? Or
the mask, obviously. Yeah. He was wearing a mask. But not like otherwise, he was wearing, like, a sexy school uniform. Oh, my God. Yeah, so that was great.
How did he feel after that? Did he still feel like being a husband?
No, well, he did collapse. I was actually worried because when he got to the end, he kind of like fell over and lay there for a while. I was like, oh shit, just suffering, letting the pain sink in. Because obviously, when he picked it up, he got hit on the top of the head a lot.
Oh no,
bit of a headache from that. But he's a tough cookie. He trains Muay Thai and stuff. He can deal with a bit of pain.
He can take a punch.
And then after that, we went to town. That was the fun part. Like, we were in town and. We went to the bar and everyone was having a drink, and the idea was he couldn't come in and have a drink until he'd earned enough money busking to pay for his beers.
Right.
And that the idea behind that being like, as a husband, he should be able to provide for his family. So we wanted to make sure he could earn money.
That's pretty good.
So we had him out there with his drums, like busking on the street.
How? What was the goal?
Well, he had to buy. The goal was to earn enough to buy a round of drinks
for everyone.
How
many people were in the group?
Probably like 10.
Right.
So it's a decent amount, but the thing is, like, we started outside the supermarket and he actually was making coin. Like, he must have made about $8 in like 3 minutes.
Wow.
If that, like, even faster. Like, people like in New Zealand, like, people love
it. He was still dressed as a schoolgirl?
Oh yeah, just still dressed as a schoolgirl, all welts all over his body, and a bunch of lads standing around laughing at him. So like, everyone knew exactly straight away. As soon as they saw him, they knew what was happening.
What happened to his wife at this point?
The one that he was carrying around with him?
Yeah.
Oh, he still had her with it.
Oh, okay.
And with the face on,
you can't just leave her.
No, he had to protect her the entire night. Anytime he left it, like, someone would come up and, like, if he'd put it down, the doll down somewhere, someone would come up and, like, uphold it, and they'd just be like,
you fucked up.
And then he'd get belted with the with the wooden spoon.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So why? Okay, yeah.
And so that was basically one of the last things we did, because he was earning pretty good money, but like they made us leave. Apparently you need permits and stuff to busk in certain places. A bit lame. But after that, we just went back to the farm and we did the classic one. This wasn't really much in story wise for this, was to be like, how well do you should know your partner, I guess. So we had the quiz where we got her to give us a bunch of answers to a bunch of questions that he should know the answer to, and he literally got them all wrong. Not all of them. He got. To be fair, he actually got a lot of them right, we just rushed to answer them, so they weren't like 100%. But like every time he got one wrong, he got a wax strip. Anywhere on the body, as long as it wasn't the face, right? Like, as long as you look okay in his suit.
Because how many days between this and his wedding?
4.
Right, yeah. So you can't fuck up.
Yeah, you can't fuck him up too much. So like no eyebrows or anything like that.
That would be pretty fucked up.
But he got the armpits done and the snail trail and
so I wonder, like, is there an art to waxing? Is there some stuff that I always wonder, like, is there something, if you fuck it up, you just pull out some skin?
No, we did fuck it up a lot though. Like, it was all about how, like, you had to warm it up and leave it on for a certain amount of time,
and then
pull it off real quick. But I mean, we felt pretty bad from getting so many wrong that at the end, like when we were almost out of strips, we let him use the last ones to get each of us once.
Right.
So
where did you get it?
Where did I get it?
Yeah,
I got it the snail trail.
Oh no!
And the first time he ripped it off, he like it just came, like, the strip came off, but none of the wax. So it was like half of it was still there, and I was just like, fuck. And then I redid it again, and I wasn't not ready for it the second time. I heard a hell of a lot more, but it was a good night.
Did you have a little tear?
I did. A little. Nah.
Well, just like, like when it just like stings so much, it just kind of like, you're not crying, But like it just like
no,
it was
just like it was yeah no, but like what it did do is like it didn't do a very good job. So like it just like, it made it look worse than it did to start with. So,
even
like,
worse.
Yeah, even worse than the fucking forest mess that it was to begin with.
At least it comes with the story.
Yeah.
But so successful?
Yeah, it was really good.
Was there any proof of this? Is there any material?
Oh shit! Maybe I do have it. Do you want to see? I'll show you some of that.
At some point, not live.
Not live. I've only got one photo of him like getting the wax strips on both underarms.
I did see some stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe just a photo or something. That sounds so. He had a good time.
It was good, yeah. At the end of the day, it was all
memorable.
Like a laugh. Like no one, we never pushed it so far that he was actually just miserable.
Yeah, right.
Like I know some people do. Like some people just don't give a fuck about. Like they're just like, I'm going to own this guy so hard. And
well, he's also a tough kid, right? Like
he is,
as you said, he could take a beating. He's like he's kind of like rough. Like I remember when I met him, you know, like within hours we were like wrestling on the ground. So like, that's kind of his style anyway.
That was good. Like we just kept it pretty chill. Like I mean, I it was pretty hard on, like full on, but I was also like. Just like keeping tabs to make sure we didn't push it so far that he was just like not having any good. Like he's, you know, you got to be a good sport about it and have a laugh.
Yeah.
But it was good being in town. Like that's what I missed about New Zealand. Like with walking him through town and like people were pulling, like everyone was wolf whistling and like people were like, oh, good luck, mate, and stuff. And some dude went past in a pickup truck and like slowed down as he went past and was like, don't do it, mate, don't do it. And then his wife
not
was
worth it.
Yeah, like and then his wife was in the passenger seat and like socked him and he's like everyone was, it was fucking
this
funny.
is what I mean. Fuck. This is all Queen Street and stuff in Auckland?
No, this is in Whangarei.
What's happening over there?
There's not much happening over there, to be honest. Especially at the summer break. It was like not many people around, but it's still enough to have a laugh.
But, all right, well, you have not told me nothing about the wedding, though. Like, I knew your plan with the thing. I know you were kind of preparing a speech. How did the speech go?
Speech was actually pretty good. Like,
Did you get the giggles? Did you get the laughs? Did you get the...
Yeah, and I kind of just winged it. Like, I started... Like,
you had your points, but...
Yeah. I had my point. I had a whole thing written down. I normally don't do that, but I was like, I'll write it down and I'll read it out. It's an important time.
You got to have something, right?
It's an important moment. But then, like, as I started reading it, I started ad-libbing, and then I lost my place and where I was up to, and then I was like, fuck. And then I was just using it as a guideline, but I got out there.
Yeah, you made your points.
Yeah, it's like when you play music live or whatever. Like all the things you think you fuck up, like most people don't even notice.
Yeah, you kind of like you feel nervous, and then a lot of people like never saw that you were nervous or something. Yeah. So a good wedding.
It was good. Yeah, a lot of like catching up and like
familiar faces.
Music was playing into the like deep into the night. You know, it's fun.
And now he's happily married.
Yeah.
Stuck.
Fuck.
Whatever have you? What else have you done?
Well,
so that was just mostly catching up with your bro, your family, your friends.
Stuff. Went down to Wellington for a bit and caught up with people down there, like from work and.
So it wasn't quite travel, right? Like it wasn't like.
No, it was mostly like
really
it was like when
explore.
you go home, right? Like and then like after that, I went up north with my family, just sort of chilled and the beach and like tried to have a little bit of like actual relaxation. But let's like segue from that into some of your trip. Like, I've been talking a lot here. Vietnam.
What did I do? Yeah, shit. I went to Vietnam. I went there with one of my best friends. He's from the Netherlands. He met me there.
In the Netherlands?
No, he met me in Vietnam.
You know each other from Vietnam?
Well, we know each other from the Netherlands.
I met you. I see. Okay.
Okay. This is confusing. One of my best friends from back home, which is the Netherlands. You know, we go way back. I think I know him for like 15 years almost. We used to work at the local cinema, and you know, like lots have happened since. Like I've graduated, I moved overseas. He's got a wife, he's got a kid, a house, you know, the whole shebang. And
so he's basically just doing a lot better than you.
I mean, he's fucking locked in, man. Like he's got his whole life all taken care of. I'm still like meandering around, moving around. What is next? I don't know. But like 3 years ago, I flew back home. We caught up, and we were like, listen, like, you know, like you got the mortgage to pay, you got your kids growing up, like things are hard to plan. Why don't we just plan something, you know, 3 years from now, and then we have no excuse to cancel it. You know, like there's plenty of time to save for it. It's plenty of time to, you know, take the time off to kind of work it out with your family. And that's what we did. We kind of figured out that he wanted to go somewhere completely different where he's ever been before. He's kind of like he's been to the States, he's been to beaches and that kind of stuff, kind of more like the chill kind of vacations. And I've always been quite adventurous, like going to Asia, like doing all the more backpacking kind of style trips. So we kind of decided that I would take him kind of into that world, and we picked Vietnam because I've been there before, and I just find it a great country with like a beautiful balance between nature, culture, food, easy to travel, cheap, all those kind of things. It's a good balance. And so we decided to go there and rent a bike for 10 days. That's what we did. We picked up the bike, we flew in, pretty much day 2, we jumped on the bike. I've got a pretty decent experience in riding bikes, but he didn't. So it was a bit of a,
learning on the job.
I know, it's a steep learning curve, but shit, man, it's like, because Asia's not an easy place to ride motorbikes. It's hectic.
Right.
There's no road, well, there's rules, but none of them make sense, so it's super hectic. People everywhere, cars driving on the other side of the road, like going, coming straight at you and stuff. Sand on the road, like just crazy. So he did really well, and yeah, we did all sorts of cool stuff. We kind of left the tourist trail. We did some touristy stuff, but like in between, like the riding and stuff, like we got into small towns where, like they hardly ever see white people or tourists, our size. So we were like literally people, like waving and thinking, like, treating us like famous people, trying to, go on photos with us, and all sorts of crazy stuff. And we went in January, which is kind of like when the Chinese New Year's is when their New Year's as well. They call it Tet, and it's a big holiday, like New Year's is for us. But it's even bigger there. It's their one holiday, really a year that they really care about, and they really get the time off to travel back and see their families and stuff. So we were around there during that time. And I remember we were like in one of the first towns where we stopped, and it was not very touristy. There were no hotels. We went to stay in some sort of a homestay with a family. And it was right next to a school, and the kids were going crazy. They came over and tried to talk English to us, and we weren't even there for 3 minutes. We had a long first day riding. We're like fucked. And the lady from the homestay comes out, and she hands us like this card with like a chicken and then the word chicken, so that we what the kids use to learn English.
Right.
And she made us teach them English.
Really?
So like there's like these 10 kids around us, like all like trying to speak, like, I am 12 years old. How old are you? What is your name? And it's like, where you're from.
And you're messing up their whole English with your broken Dutch
yeah,
version.
We not from the hi. Hello. Yeah, so it was super hectic, but really cute as well. And so after that, we chill out a little bit, and we decided to go for a little walk. And it was getting dark, and we walking back, and we hear all this noise coming from this big room near a lake. And cheering and lots of people, and I'm like, dude, we should check this out. It's gonna be fun. And he's like, I don't know. And I was like, yeah, let's go. So we walk into it, and like we're standing in a door opening, and lo and behold, those kids from earlier, they see us. They come running over. They're like, oh, okay, our friends, our white friends are here, and they're going all crazy. And then the adults come around the corner, and is like, what's going on? And they see a bunch of white people, and they're like, come on in. It's like we're celebrating our New Year's. And like we literally get pulled apart. Like, Johan has never seen anything like this, right? Like remember, he's never been in Asia.
Yeah.
Like I'm a little bit more adjusted. We're being pulled apart by all these different groups of adults, and they sit us down at different tables, and there's all this random food being put in front of us, like chicken, maybe it's dog, maybe it's cat. How do we know? And they're all drinking shots. So they're giving me, this guy gives me a shot, pours like shot glass, pours some transparent stuff in there. I don't know what it is. It came out of like some plastic bottle that, I don't know, like some home brew.
Yeah.
And then one by one, they're like, you had to do a shot with them. Shot, and then it's like, Happy New Year. It's like, okay, holy shit, what was this shit? It's like the next guy, like before you're done, he's like, I want to do a shot with you as well. I was like, okay, I'll do one more. He's like, a shot and Happy New Year, yeah, and the next one. And like within 10 minutes, I did 6 shots of stuff I didn't know. They're all around us. It's super hectic, and Like at some point, Johan shows up, my mate Johan, and he's like, Rick, we gotta go, we gotta get out of here. It's like they're feeding me stuff. I don't know, like we gotta go. I was like, nah, man, relax. It's kind of crazy, but like, it's fun. He's like, nah. It's like, and they sit him down and they feed him more shots. He's like, we gotta go. And I was like, all right, we'll get out of here. Before we leave, they all want to go in a group photo, and then we bounce off. And that was the start of our trip. And it's kind of like, like we had all sorts of weird shit throughout the trip that was kind of similar.
Yeah.
So that kind of set the tone. And, I mean, shit, we did a lot of different things. It was pretty damn great. Like the weather was kind of average, but the riding was amazing. Views were amazing. We did hikes. We swam. We went on a cruise. We had local food. We had lots of non-local food. Yeah, lots of riding. That was really cool. Yeah.
Awesome. That sounds like exactly what you were after when you go somewhere like that as well, right?
Bit of an adventure, right?
That's a proper adventure, yeah.
Yeah.
And talk about timing.
I know. So when we left, like I'm not sure if it was already happening when we got there. I'm sure it was very low on the radar. But as we left, it was like, oh yeah, this virus in China, it's kind of happening, and the first cases are already in Vietnam. We're in Ho Chi Minh, Saigon. We were in Hanoi, and as we flew home, they were like everyone was already wearing face masks. I was like, all right, so it's fine. And I came back, I think, the 28th of January. And that's around the same time Vancouver had their first case come over as well.
Right, yeah.
And now we're what? We're March the 18th.
And it's fucking different.
Stuff has changed.
Certainly has. I was the same. Like, I flew out the first time on the 20th, and so I'd heard about it. Landed in New Zealand. There was like a little bit of stuff, in China or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I flew back, and I got off the plane, and like everyone was wearing masks, especially Vancouver. Like, a lot of people from that region, like traveling through and from. And I was like, look at these fools, but they're like all paranoia and stuff.
I know.
I was like, flew to the UK and flew back again, and I got back here on like the 20th of February. It was like when I got back, 17th of February when I got back into Canada. So, I mean, like, I'm actually kind of, like, just in time before it really fucking went crazy.
And it did go fucking crazy. And I guess here in Canada, we're late to the game, basically, in the sense that, like, things have been progressing pretty slowly, which is, I guess, fortunate. But, yeah, you're looking at, like, Italy, even looking at Seattle right next to us, it's exploding.
If you don't know what we're talking about because you've been living under a rock, good for you. Stay under that rock.
It's the C word.
The C word.
Apparently, people get demonetized for saying it.
Really?
Yeah. So.
Well, thanks for telling me now, just before I started blurting it out. I can't be demonetizing our videos. We're going to need this income.
Beep. Yeah, I know. So, fuck. How's this affecting you?
How's this affecting me?
Yeah. So far. So
far, like, to be fair, so far it hasn't been super much. Like, other than the fact that I can't buy bread or toilet paper.
Yeah.
I'm still going to work at the moment, although they're probably going to change soon.
Yep.
There's a reasonably not that like the amount of people at work is still pretty similar.
Yeah.
Amount of people you see on the way to work, not so many.
Oh man, it's quiet.
It's pretty quiet out there, and getting lunch is a pain in the ass.
Lunch has been good for me, but I mean, yeah, groceries. It's very different. I mean, I can't say the same that it's the same for me. I mean, there's been lots of effects already. Actually, I'm not personally affected, as in like I can't do the things I want to do, but it's gotten in the way of holidays.
Right, they're not there. You're right there.
Work. There's definitely a lot less people at work. They have been aggressively pushing people to work from home. As you said, the streets are very quiet, which is actually kind of nice. And what else? Yeah, groceries difficult.
That was a big one, but for me, yeah, like I guess the ski hills closed.
Right, there you go.
That hurt me.
That affected you. Yeah.
And then like obviously
Whistler,
Cyprus.
Yeah.
I had like my cousin was supposed to be here this weekend.
Right.
Not this weekend, next weekend, and then
a mate of ours is going to
come. Yeah. Going to be here this weekend, and then I've got other people that were planning travel, like in a month or two, and it's just like that we're going to be around this area, so
it's fucked up, man.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Pretty once in a lifetime sort of things going on. That's for sure. Things that it's an interesting scenario because, you know, I guess it's everything in life is a little bit like that. Like everything goes a certain way, and then when things do change in your life, they change in an instant, and everything's different. Like whether it's you get a job overseas and you move and suddenly everything's different. But here's like a big one that's affecting everyone in that same instant.
It's insane. It's insane how... Yeah, it's just crazy how big the impact is. Like how excessive in a rightful way, but I mean, how extreme the consequences are. Like, you know, no flights, borders closed, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah, all the talks about like, you know, people just like all the shops and all the sports cancelling, all the restaurants closing, all the bars closing, all these things,
concerts, yeah,
gyms
so
are
many
closed,
people,
like, so many people do like, you know, concerts are done. It's like massive employment, lifestyle changes in the media now, and without really any clear idea of when or how it changes down the line.
And it's just changing every day. Like it's actually, you know, it's kind of fascinating to follow all the developments as well. Like we're both from a different country, so you know, my family's back home in the Netherlands, your family's back in New Zealand. Naturally, you kind of like, you know, you keep an eye on what's happening in the Netherlands, you're keeping an eye on what's happening in Canada, then we're right next to the States, so we're kind of keeping an eye out on what these guys are doing, which is interesting. Yeah, it's just like between all of those things, like it's just the whole day is filled with new sanctions, changes, deaths, like the amount of people that have contracted the virus like goes up, like this. Like I'm distracted, man. Like
like it's hard to
we're
focus.
all talking about it amongst each other. People are panicking. People are buying toilet paper.
Stocks top prices are like plummeting.
Bitcoin lost like 40% in one day, which is like insane even for Bitcoin.
Yeah,
it's like there's definitely never a dull moment.
Oh yeah, like it's always something, like a new update every hour or so, right? So yeah, all right, it's quite hard to stay focused. Like I feel like everyone I know is, you know, working and they're doing things, but everyone's kind of like in a different headspace.
Oh yeah, I am in the office, but my head is somewhere else.
It feels like, you know, just before Christmas.
Like, you're already kind of checked out.
You've already kind of like everyone's kind of got something else in their mind, and like the office is kind of a little bit weird. Like you know, there's not as many people already, and the people that are there are still like sort of acting in a like slightly different, not quite their way, and it's like then everyone else is in that same mindset.
Things slow down. You don't get your stuff. Like, you know, half the people left early. Like it's just all slowly coming to a halt. Yeah, I mean, and especially for our industry, like we both work in film, or like if you didn't know, like everything.
You should know that.
If you guys are real fans, if you're real fans, you fucking knew that. Fuck, the changes in our industry is crazy.
It's a good thing that our YouTube channel is taken off. So
I know,
hard.
Guys. Like
this is going to be a full-time thing when we get like 100% lockdown quarantined.
It is. That's what's going to happen. And like what is quite unprecedented is like people now are moving to work from home, which is like, if that, you know, that might be a great thing for after the virus, but like we just never seen it before.
Yeah.
You know, like, and movies are being canceled or postponed, or like filming is being postponed, which means for us that a lot of work is, you know, like is drying up.
Yeah.
Like obviously a lot of people are gonna, you know, will have to stop work or have to work from home, or if you're an entertainer and your shows are being canceled, like, or you're freelancer and your jobs are being canceled, like, you know, the effects are right now. And that's fucked up. Like that is obviously a different kind of way you're being affected. But for us, and we're probably not alone, but for us, like a lot of the effects will show up after as well.
Right.
So like for me, like my contract is ending in 2 weeks, and I'm pretty sure I'll be out of a job pretty soon after, if not in 2 weeks. But even then, trying to get work, you know, like I think the whole industry will slow to a halt for like the next 6 months. Even if they start filming again, like before that stuff reaches us in visual effects, like, you know, that is you're talking months and months further down the line, and release dates are being pushed. Some release dates are being pushed more than a year. You know, which means that some of that work doesn't have to be done until, you know, another year. that is, it's going to be tough.
Yeah,
I think it's very
crazy time
for everyone. But shit, I mean, the cinemas are closed. It's Marvel's canceled.
Marvel's cancelled.
Disney went home.
Disney went all the way home.
It's
Seven Dwarfs reruns for the foreseeable future.
So someone wake up the Sleeping Beauty. Jesus.
Which I think isn't. I mean, we've segued into so many different topics already, but I think it's a fairly good one to say that. Obviously, the classic before and afters format's going to have to be on hold for a while. There's no cinemas. There's no movies.
There's no movies. There's no cinemas. There's no reviews. There's no before.
There's no before. There's no after. We're just in the now.
Now we're just in... listen, this is just another news. We're just the news now. We're bringing you the news live.
We're in the news.
The C update. C-Day.
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 It's pretty good. It hasn't been coined yet because it should be.
C-Day.
C-Day. Patented.
Where were you on C-Day?
You know what?
The sea, right? Not the ocean.
So, I mean, it doesn't mean we can't do before and afters, but just not on new movies.
No, shit. We can change it up.
So I'm thinking maybe we start doing before and afters on some classic end of the world
topical movies.
I mean, like, just as you were saying C-Day, it made me think, like, you know what movie I haven't seen in a long time?
Same line.
Independence Day.
Oh, shit. Independence Day. Holy shit. Okay, so what? We're going to do movies that we've already seen or movies that we should have seen but we've never seen?
We could do either. I mean,
we could do anything we want.
We could do movies we haven't seen in a long time, movies we have never seen. Like, I'm down to watch some movies that I maybe haven't never seen, but
I'd love to watch a bunch of classics. Like, to be honest, Independence Day, great movie. It's very entertaining. Yeah. I mean, we could open this up to suggestions as well. Like, you know how well we listen to suggestions.
Yeah, like, we won't listen to them at all, but it'd be great to see them because it might give us a different idea, and we'll do that instead. Like,
when you guys say watch this movie, we know that we don't want to watch it, and that already helps us kind of steer us towards what we do want to watch.
Exactly.
You know, like, you guys have a great mind to coming up with shit that we don't want.
Yeah.
It's things that we don't want to do.
Sometimes we don't even know we don't want to do it until you mention it.
Yeah. Like, I remember, what did we ask? We asked about if we should do, like, The Mandalorian every episode.
Yeah.
And then someone said, let's do every episode. And we realized that's not what we wanted to do.
We don't want to do that at all, especially because that's what you wanted us to do.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like we get told over and over and over again, make your podcast shorter.
Yeah.
Fuck all of you. I'm going to make them longer.
Yeah, this is about us entertaining us. And if it's only 10 minutes, like, that's not enough to take us off the street. Like, 10 minutes, like within 10 minutes, I'm out on the street, I'm causing problems again. No, this is long format kind of shit.
Podcasts are like dicks. No one wants a short one.
No one wants a short dick.
No.
Yeah. So here we are.
Here we are with the longest podcast to date.
Yeah, laying our long dicks down.
Boom.
Boom.
Enjoy them.
Thanks for you guys' suggestions.
Oh yeah, keep them coming.
Yeah, keep them coming. Fuck, man, like, we have lots of stuff. We have lots of opinions. We don't even have to talk about movies until movies come out again.
That's true.
You know? Well, have you seen any movies that people should watch? Movies that are already out, like on the stream?
You know what? I did. On the plane, I watched Peanut Butter Falcon. That's the one movie since we've stopped doing our before and afters that I saw that I was
raving about,
a really big fan of. Even though, what's her name? Is it Dakota Johnson? Is that the name of the actress?
Oh,
from 50 Shades of Grey. Is garbage. Like, come at me, anyone who thinks she's good. But if you do think she's good, then I feel like maybe you like watching paint dry.
Peanut Butter Falcon. I have seen this movie as well because when I saw a trailer come out, it looked adorable. It is with Shia LaBeouf, which has gone through some dark times.
You know what's interesting about that film is, like, I had no interest in watching it because I saw that, like, the main cast was Shia LaBeouf and Dakota Johnson, and I was like, Dakota Johnson is just a useless, like, she's a terrible actress.
Okay.
And then Shia LaBeouf is just kind of an asshole, and, like, he does
a
a lot of super weird shit, and I'm like, eh.
He's been kind of like
Daniel Radcliffing it up.
Well, I mean, more so in his personal life. Like, Daniel Radcliffe, at least he does weird movies.
Yeah.
But I don't know what he does in his daily life, but, like, Shia LaBeouf was in the news for like, I don't know, punching a dude in the face or yelling like drunk in some sort of a.
I don't really watch that. I mean, I remember him from Even Stevens when I was a kid, and then
I like the dude when he was in Transformers.
I actually
or like, what is it? The girl next? Is he no the way that's someone else?
No, I know the one you're thinking of, the one with the it's like a horror thing.
Yeah, where he sees like this murder happening right next door. Shit.
Yeah, I know the movie.
Equilibrium.
Shia LaBeouf.
If anyone knows the movie we're talking about, put it in the just reply so that we know.
And then we
probably
won't thank you for it.
Yeah,
anyway.
but we're not gonna. I never really read the comments, so like, but thanks for replying.
Yeah. He was in like I followed his career ever since he did that like TV show. So I follow his career. I mean, I see him pop up and shit. Like he did a movie called Holes, which is actually pretty funny, like for a kids movie, did like a Nickelodeon thing.
So this is before Transformers.
Yeah,
I didn't even know him before Transformers.
Before that, he was in iRobot.
What was he doing in that one?
He's like some little like sidekicky dude that shows up in a couple of scenes.
So it was like totally
like a bit part. And then he's also
a bit part.
Bit part. Like
you call it a bit part,
isn't it?
Like
it's just a bit. It's just a bit.
It's like, what is your part? Yeah, I'm just.
He's just a bit actor. Like he's just there. Like he has a couple of lines.
Are you a professional actor? It's like, no, I'm like a bit actor.
Yeah.
Like I do bits.
Like he does cameos. Except no one knows who he is. It's not a cameo.
Is it an extra?
No, he's not an extra. He has lines. He's a character,
okay.
but
so he's a featured extra.
Yeah, there you go. Well, he's not even.
He's a bit actor.
It'd be a character.
It's a bit part.
He'd have a name, but it's a bit part. Yeah.
Is this a real term, or is this the shit that you call it in New Zealand? Like,
I've just
who's that dude? He's like, oh well, he's only in it for a bit. It's like, oh, he's got that little bit part.
Yeah. Oh fuck, I didn't know. Maybe that's what I've always called it. But yeah. Anyway, he's in iRobot, and then his first
with
one
a bit part.
With a bit part.
Yeah.
And then he was also a bit part, but a bit more of a bit, like a bit part.
Yeah, a bit more bit part.
A bit more part, which was Constantine.
Oh. That was a weird movie, wasn't it?
Yeah, but Keanu Reeves, and then he's like his sidekick.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
He's like Keanu's like human sidekick. Like he dies a lot, like most of these things. And then, spoiler. And then he did Transformers after that. I'm pretty sure.
Shit, I liked him in Transformers.
I love Transformers. The first Transformers movie was funny.
A lot of fun.
And then the second one wasn't. And then like he became I don't know how that was the catalyst for him thinking he was the shit. But
I mean, like I guess like when people tell you you're the shit, you're gonna feel like you're the shit.
That's true.
Do you think he would have been a good Indiana Jones?
Oh, he was in there, wasn't he?
He was like supposed to take over, right?
I don't think he would have been there.
No?
He's just not cool.
No, I don't think so either. Like I think at some point they were talking about Chris Pratt. I reckon
feel
it would
like
have
he would
seen
have
him
made
better.
more sense.
Still no?
Why do you need a new Indiana Jones?
Well, I mean,
Nicolas Cage,
Treasure,
national report, treasure report, national treasure.
Han Solo is pretty fucking old.
No, what I mean is like just give us a new dude,
right?
Like,
just give us.
You know
National
what I
Treasure.
say? Like, don't do Indiana Jones. Like, what's that video game they wanted to make a movie on? Like, cast Chris Pratt and that he's perfect for it. But. I don't know. It's the same. It's basically Indiana Jones, but it's a different character. I can't remember what it's called. Anyone who plays video games probably knows it's a real famous series.
Tomb Raider?
Nope. But it's like Tomb Raider, but with a dude.
Far Cry?
No. Oh man, what is it? None of us.
Uncharted?
Yes. Yes, I think it's Uncharted.
You're?
Isn't it Uncharted?
I wouldn't. That's it.
I think it's Uncharted. Yeah.
Got them proud of myself.
Yeah, it is.
You don't seem.
No, it is.
Certain.
It's Uncharted.
Like, yeah. It is.
It's Uncharted, yeah. You're right. That's the one. Uncharted. Like, they were thinking of making a movie, and then I think Chris Pratt kind of fits that.
Yeah, I mean, Chris Pratt went fucking like into superstardom. He was like in every franchise for a moment. For a sweet second.
So for a sweet second, he was in every franchise, making them a little bit less cool. Like, I mean, to be fair, it wasn't him. Like, this Jurassic Park movies just weren't as good as the original.
That's true.
Like,
That's
he
true.
wasn't the reason for that.
He was pretty good in Guardians. Yeah,
that
Guardians
was cool.
of the Galaxy.
That was the thing that really did it for him, wasn't it? We got really far off of Peanut Butter Falcon being a good film.
So Peanut Butter Falcon is about Shia LaBeouf, who is a degenerate.
I don't think it's about him. But
No, it's not about him, but I mean, like, he's just like what?
He's just a loser. He's just a bit of a loser. Well, he's had a tough time, but he's a bit of a like down on his luck loser. Not like highly educated, like not very well off, sort of Cajun fisherman.
Oh yeah, this is all like in the south.
Yeah, in the older.
I lost half my.
I think you've lost your mic. Oh no, it's back.
That's
No, say something.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
Good. Hey.
Hey. How you doing?
Oh, I like that.
Okay. All right. So he's just like a fucking bum.
He's a bum.
He's
yeah.
a bum.
Bit of a drifter.
Bit of an asshole. Kind of like what he is like in real life. And then he stumbles upon, or the other guy stumbles upon him.
We're gonna hit some spoilers for Peanut Butter Falcon, by the way, now, guys. So like,
Oh, maybe we should stop here. Like,
what's the synopsis?
Well, I guess there's like a dude with a Down syndrome.
Yeah.
Ran away, runs into Shia LaBeouf.
It's a road movie, essentially.
It's a road movie, and it is a very sweet movie.
It is a very sweet movie. About these
two very different characters
with different personalities, like bringing out the best in each other, really.
And it's a very small movie.
Yeah.
It is like probably one of the smallest movies, as in like the scope of the story, scope of the whole thing. It's just like there's not a lot of stuff happening in it.
And I really like that there's very little. They do like very small times do they allude to any of the characters' pasts or like how they came to be who they are. There's really little glimpses of it, but it's mostly focused on what they're doing now,
right?
And who they're becoming now, like who they are at the start of the movie and who they are at the end of the movie.
Yeah,
much more important than how they became the person they were.
Gotcha. Yeah. I think a very fair assessment. I thought it was a very super sweet movie. Like I wouldn't say it's my all time favorite, but it was a really sweet movie, and I think it's definitely worth seeing. Yeah.
Yeah. It was for me. It's definitely worth seeing. It's a lovely, small, easy to watch, fun movie, and it's of all the movies I watched on the plane, on all my flights. It's the only one I really enjoyed.
So which one did you enjoy the least?
It follows or whatever.
Oh, shit.
My God, what a piece of hot shit garbage.
See, I'm not into the It movies at all, so I can't talk about it. But what do you hate about it?
It's just garbage. Like,
so the first one was alright. Is that what you said?
Well, the first one, the best part about the first one was it had these kid actors who were pretty good in it, and then it had, what's his name, Skarsgård, the youngest Skarsgård.
Alex Skarsgård, or the other one? Whatever.
It's not Alexander. It's his brother. I can't remember his name. He's a younger one, but like he plays the clown, like Pennywise.
Yep.
And he's so creepy as it is. Like such a good performance. He's like the creepiest fucking thing. But in it too, he's not even in it that much, doing much creepy stuff. And like,
what makes him creepy in the first movie?
Just the way he talks and the way he looks and the way he moves. It's just really off-putting. And like, he's obviously normally going after children and stuff, which makes it, they're very vulnerable, and he's like obviously menacing and like luring them into like what is going to be death, basically. And it's like he's like real creepy about it, and then like it's suddenly violent.
Yeah.
But in the new one, there's not much of that. It's mostly like really weird, crazy weird CG / weird effects that they do, like random shit, like what like each character has to go back into the part of their past or something, and like each one has its own jump scare, but they're all going to kind of be fine from. And then like one of them is like he's standing in the park and this giant statue of a I'm spoiling this, but it doesn't matter, it's shit. Like this giant lumberjack statue comes alive and starts trying to attack him, but it's like this giant CG lumberjack statue. It's not scary, it's just dumb. And there's all of that. It's like not scary, it's just stupid. Like some of it is so stupid you can't help but be like, first you're like, eh? And then you're like just kind of laughing. You're like, are they trying to be stupid with this movie or what? Anyway,
okay, well, you see, I've never been into very scary movies, so I can't. I wish I could, talk to you about it, but I'm just here listening. Not great.
And other than that, I watched Captain Marvel. It's okay.
Okay, hey, so like, no. I mean, like,
say about that. It's okay.
No. I think what would be interesting as well, what happened, and I mean, we don't have to go very deep into it because I'm sure a lot of people have covered it. But the Oscars, like, what do you think about the winners? Any standouts there?
But I haven't
like
seen,
so Parasite is the winner.
Seen that. That's the problem.
You haven't seen Parasite?
Nah, I mean meaning to for a long time. I never got around to it yet. Or maybe we could do that. Review Parasite. Have you seen
Parasite? I have seen it.
Well, then we can't do that, can we? What did you?
Well, I mean, the whole format is out of the window because everything. Corona fucked everything up.
Fuck because of money.
I'll beep it.
There's a money man. I'm out.
You were in a like you said, like I'm here for you.
I was always in it for the money.
Oh my god!
I'm like a pimp. I was in it for the money. I never cared about you.
I'm pretty sure we've been recording for an hour. We've not said it, and now I fucked up.
You know how you fucked it up.
Do you think this is like with the R rating, where you can say fuck one time in the movie and it doesn't fuck up your rating? Maybe we can say the C word once and it doesn't fuck up. I mean,
no one's going to watch this far into our podcast to check it.
I know. I know. Why don't you guys... Anyway, don't let us know, because we don't look at it into it. We listen back. This is for ourselves.
Yeah.
You haven't even seen Parasite. Okay, because you haven't seen it, I'll be quick about it. I think it was a fine movie to see, and the guy Bon Jovi. He makes great movies. I enjoy them. He did Okja. He did a bunch of other stuff, and I did enjoy it. But I didn't think it was a best picture kind of thing. I'd much rather had seen Jojo Rabbit win or Joker personally. I even like Marriage Story, which was nominated.
I haven't seen that either.
Which is on Netflix, guys. You can see Marriage Story.
I've been meaning to watch it, but then I don't know why I haven't watched it. I have an excuse. There's no excuse.
So maybe what we could also do, and let us know in the comments, we could still do, because everyone is sitting at home, we can go through the streamings. We say, like, have you seen, like, we would put like a top 5 of stuff that people can watch. Like Contagion, Outbreak, Pandemic, and the
Formula
explanation of how Pandemic come about.
Yeah.
And then Formula 1.
Formula 1.
Yeah.
That was cool. Right.
Cheers. Anyway, we should probably save that for all the episode. What do we feel, the public, in reply? What do you guys think about a live stream?
Ooh, yeah. Ooh.
People don't really get to this part. They don't listen long enough.
No, we'll make it one of those.
We should
clips.
Normally put all the announcement. Oh, that's a good one. Normally, we should put all the announcements at the start, so people go crazy on the.
That's true, except that we don't know what we're going to announce.
Yeah,
at
that's
the start.
true.
This is like free. This is like jazz. This shit.
We're just freewheeling it. Doing a little live
it.
The Pandemic live stream. While we're on quarantine, we might as well talk shit.
Yeah.
See what we're up to.
I mean, who would be keen for that? We get the chat going. We'll talk to you guys. We can like shut down your ideas in real time.
Yeah, I mean, someone could say like, "Hey, why don't you guys just like wear some actual proper clothes? That you don't look like. Why don't you shave your face?" It's like, no, we're not going to listen to that.
No. What if they ask us to do weird sex things? People do that on the internet.
If people donate, if they're like, "Oh, here's $10," if you guys suck each other's lips. Suck each other's lips, right?
Right.
For $10, would you do it?
I mean, like,
would you nibble on my lip?
With the way this economy's going,
that's the only way we're going to survive.
Yeah, it's like, man, we're going to be doing all sorts. We'll do a toilet paper giveaway. If we get to a certain number of subscribers,
He's just making promises he can't keep.
100,000 subscriber gets free toilet paper.
One roll,
obviously.
One roll, because like shit is expensive.
Maybe a square.
One square.
One square.
One square for $1.
No, 10,000 subscriber gets a free square.
I always said if we get, what did I say, 1,000 subscribers, I would post a nude.
Did you?
Yeah.
Starts making bot accounts. Like, this is not Rory 342.
Not Mr. Rory. Yeah, I think a live stream would be fun. What else can we do to entertain ourselves? Really?
Play video games.
We could play video games. And people could watch us play it. I mean, I know there's a whole market out there.
Normally they want you to dress real slutty, though.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have some lingerie you can wear?
I do. I don't. I don't.
Don't worry, I got
I don't.
After my brother's stag do, I have a bunch of stuff in my history that is
that you can just order by click of a button.
Yeah, they'll be I get adverts for that shit all the time now. They're like, you like sexy schoolgirls in the bedroom? How about sexy cats?
You want to wear dressed like a sexy pickle?
That's actually brilliant. Sexy pickle. Pickles are just sexy in general, aren't they?
The moist.
Of all the things you could put in a jar of its own juice, pickles are probably the best.
I think pickles look pretty alien.
Is that what you'd reckon like an alien dick would look like? Pickle.
I mean, I don't think about this very often. It is that you mention it now.
Yeah.
Don't make this seem like I've been thinking about this. But, I mean, yes.
Yeah.
I think you make a valid point.
I think that if I was an advanced alien race, I'd have found a way to make my penis look a lot nicer than a pickle. I'd be like, nah. I don't think that like this is like the sort of thing. If I sent a picture of it on Alien Tinder to another alien that they're gonna want a piece of, maybe I'll make it look like I don't know a cornetto.
Cornetto?
Yeah.
Like something you stab people with?
No, like the ice cream, like the
I
trumpet.
know what a cornetto is.
Yeah.
You would rather have it look like that.
Well, I reckon. Like,
Wait. Would you want it? What way though? The inverted way? Where it goes.
it gets real little.
It gets
Like a
real little at the
pyramid.
base.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the other way around.
Where you just like it's kind of like a pokey stick. Poke stick.
So it's real thin here, and it kind of gets out like a.
Yeah. That's what I was
Yeah,
saying.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
That wouldn't be like a pyramid, no.
Why not? It's a lot easier. I reckon it feels. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We're getting into the details. It's not.
It's not important.
It's not worth it.
Well, the point is, if you would have seen
In the live stream, we might actually give it a try.
I'm just saying, if your dick was a cornetto and you sent that as a dick pic, it would be much more acceptable than if your dick was a pickle. Hypothetically, if you're an
surprised
alien,
that you know both,
what
all three.
cornettos,
I feel like you have way too much experience with this.
taking pictures of pickles and sending them on
As
Tinder
dicks?
date. No, that's just the normal one. Most people are getting back to me. They're like, why are you sending me pictures of pickles? And I'm just too sad to tell them what the truth is.
Did I ever send you back like, why does it look like an inverted cornetto?
No, people are just like, oh, look,
It's a pickle.
It's a pickle. It's like, why are you sending me pictures of pickles? And I'm like,
It's like,
I like pickles. Do you like pickles? And then they're like, no. And I'm like, fuck.
Oh, I thought you were about to orgasm.
It's a pickle. Pickles turn me on.
I mean, duh.
It's the new American pie. It's a jar of pickles.
The American pickle. Don't fuck the pickles.
Well, I feel like in this
Save the pickles.
in this post C-word world where like no one has pies, like you're only gonna have jars of preservatives. So someone's gonna fuck a jar of pickles. I reckon someone already has,
Fuck the pickle.
or a jar.
A jar of pickles.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I
Tell us in the comments if you've had sex with a jar of pickles.
the comments are going to be a cesspool of fucking gross stuff.
Yeah.
You go back through our old episodes and you can see some crazy fucking replies.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never read any of the comments on any of those. Should I?
They're quite limited.
But they're funny.
I don't know. Actually, there was like... Where's my phone? There's no phone. There was a new one. I haven't seen that one yet.
I have the analytics app. I could check these things. I should check these things.
We have about 50 subscribers, which means that we have a lot more listeners than subscribers. So if you're listening,
And you're not
why don't you
subscribed.
subscribe? Why are you being selfish?
Yeah, don't be like that. It's not
Don't
like
be a shellfish.
Didn't you see, like, this is the first video we've posted in maybe 6 months. It's not like we're fucking up your feed.
We're not fucking up your feed.
We're not like fucking, I don't know, screen junkies or the movie voiceover guy or whatever, where they post like a billion videos every day that are not related to each
the
other.
Aussie reviews or something. No.
Well, how bad is that these days? Like these YouTube channels where they have one thing which is fun.
Right. The Aussie man reviews, right, like was fun until he showed his face.
Yeah.
How
and
did
then
that happen?
You're like, ugh.
Yeah, it's like you don't know.
That's like, this is...
You were fun without a face. Now you've got a face.
I mean, that's the great thing about the internet is you don't have to show yourself. Like, entertainment hasn't changed. People want to see pretty-looking people. That's why we show ourselves on our stream.
We have nothing to say but look at his face.
Yeah.
It is worth looking at.
It's, I mean, like the same way a car crash is kind of like...
Yeah, you
can't
keep
look
looking
away.
at a car
Can't look
crash.
it
You
away.
can't look. He's a car crash.
Yeah, I'm basically a human car crash.
Yeah. Like and it's happening.
It's happening
It's
right
happening.
now. It's like
It's
happening in
he's
slow motion.
upside down now. Like,
It's happening in slow motion. You can just...
you just like
take
you
it
guys
all
are
in.
just watching there, seeing this happen. Is like,
You sick fucks. Drive on. Stop looking.
Yeah. This is how the C word happened.
Yeah. What? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because of you.
But that wasn't my point. My point was like, you see these bigger channels.
Wait, there was a point?
Yeah, I was making a point.
Oh, about people
So-
on YouTube.
Not people so much as like channels. Like say you
Animals on
like,
YouTube.
Take GQ for example. Say there's GQ.
Huh?
Or Lad Bible.
Oh, okay,
One of
yeah,
these
yeah.
big channels.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
like
yeah.
they have different types of segments,
Right.
And sometimes they post like like they have like a series, and they post one every 6 months, say, or every couple of months.
Yeah.
And that series is really cool. You're like, fuck, that's cool. I want to get an update when that video comes out. But you have to subscribe to the whole channel, and then you get inundated like in like 3 videos a day of like bullshit you don't care about. You're like, fuck, I just wanted to see like the thing about the 2 different people from different sides of the coin talking to each other, but I have to sit here and be like, what is this new celebrity wearing a backwards cap and riding a pony?
That's exactly what happened to Vice.
Yeah.
Where it's like when it started out, it was this one dude doing all the stuff, and all of stuff was very similar, and you wanted to watch all of it. And then it became really big. It became a news network with lots of different people doing things and just kind of diversifying and like more different things. And it just became less and less interesting. But here and there are little nuggets of gold. And it's just like, man, am I going to subscribe to this channel and just have to, like sit through all the bullshit?
I just can't. Like, I'd rather just not enjoy good content.
Yeah.
And then like not have it. And like there was one I was watching, like Screen Junkies or something, and he does these pitch meetings which are funny,
right?
But they don't post them that often, and the rest of their content is like just BuzzFeed garbage. But I'm like, I have to, if I want to get an update when this comes out, I have to subscribe to the channel, or I just have to like maybe be on the homepage when it pops up and hope that happens,
right?
Or like,
I mean, I do get stuff suggested where I'm not subscribed to, and that kind of keeps me in the loop of certain things. But like, you also miss a lot of stuff.
Yeah, but it's worth missing it than putting up with the bullshit.
Yeah, hey, but we're not like that at all. We're like,
never gonna post bullshit.
No, we're never posting bullshit.
I mean, we only post bullshit, but we won't post. Bullshit.
Yeah, but not bullshit that is not us kind of bullshit. You know what I mean? Like we're always in character.
We are. Even if like we've completely broken the format on this particular video.
Like, we don't even care about the format, really. No. We're here for our own entertainment.
Yeah. And like that's why we also don't care that you guys want us to do shorter podcasts. Like,
do you think that people get upset that they have like that we're just not really here for them? And they're like, these fucking pricks, they think they can do that.
They think they're so cool sitting there and like making
they just want to be famous. They just want to have those YouTube $1 million and like get a diamond play button so they can like lick it.
You're fucking right. We do.
Yeah. I mean, why would we?
Why
not?
wouldn't we? Why wouldn't we? If I had $1 million, if I was, what's that guy? Dubrovnik, the famous one who does videos.
PewDiePie.
Yeah, sure. We'll go with that one. If I was PewDiePie, like
if he was PewDiePie,
fuck man, I wouldn't even make YouTube videos anymore. I'd pay interns to do it and.
Listen, but that some of the bigger YouTubers do that, but like
what?
I see them struggle. What surprises me is that like no traditional TV formats have really found their way to YouTube. You know what I mean? Like, why don't we see? Why are there no like professional broadcasting news? You know, like I see more and more channels like live streaming their news, but why isn't there like a proper news show that is run professionally and, you know, maybe not to as a high quality as it is on TV because you don't make that much money, but like, or why don't we have professional documentaries like we see on, Discovery Channel? Because we see them in small forms, but how come that we haven't seen it professionally done by production studios? Like, there's quite few of them, not a lot. It's a lot of individuals that are kind of running these YouTube channels.
You say that, yeah. When you say that is like if the dudes who run their own YouTube channels are making quite a lot of bank off of this thing,
right?
So you
like millions and millions, some of them, and so why can't you have something like a MythBusters type of show that would work really well on a YouTube channel? You know what I mean?
Maybe it's the like, you know, how things can be monetized and unmonetized, and like it's a bit volatile that way.
Right. You can't just I guess you can't guarantee.
If you put big dollars into a production value and then like they demonetized it for some reason, you'd be fucked. Whereas I guess like you know what you're going to earn on TV. That's just my guess. Whereas, you know, an individual person who's basically putting no effort into their production, like PewDiePie or any of those guys.
Right, they've got very little skin in the game.
Yeah, like I mean, if they just does get demonetized, like fuck, it sucks, but it's not like gonna bankrupt them.
Well, I definitely think that people like PewDiePie have like diversified enough. Like, it would fucking hurt them if they would not have their monetization, you know, their money coming in from YouTube. But at least some money will come in, and they're not paying like a massive production staff.
And surely they, like, if they got 1 million demonetized, they could in half an hour just post something else being like, they demonetized this and that sucks, and just bitch about
his
it.
100 million followers, like, yeah, man, shit. This is where we're going. We're gonna like, now we're complaining about those people, but we're going to be those people.
Let's set a goal. 2 years from now, we're going to podcast to you guys from SpaceX. In the shuttle.
From
the moon.
Yeah, we're going to... Okay. So we're going to start we got to start a Patreon page.
Yeah.
We're going to have to start a Discord channel.
Yeah.
We're going to have to start doing live streaming for our patrons.
Somebody's going to have to suck Elon Musk's dick. You or me, one of us.
It's definitely going to be me.
We're going to flip coins for that.
No, it's me. I'll take it. Don't worry about it. I'll take that. And we still have to pay millions and millions and millions to go sit on this exploding rocket.
That's true.
You know?
We'll do that for you guys.
Yeah.
That's something we will
That's
do.
for the views. We do that for the views.
That's not for ourselves.
Yeah.
It's not because we want to suck Elon Musk's dick.
Yeah, I would never want... Hey, Elon. Okay. 2 years from now, we're on a rocket.
Boom.
Okay.
Social distancing.
But this is the thing. You guys have to make it happen. We're just going to sit here. He's going to look pretty. Like, he is the ever-evolving car crash that is happening. Mm-hmm. And that's hard work. You know, you can't just wake up in the morning and look like this.
You can. But, like, not everyone can. Like, I do.
Yeah. I mean, he's just blessed with genes that, you know, look like a perpetual car crash.
Yeah.
And that is, you know, that's...
It's like a glacier / mixed with a car crash. Like, it's happening super slowly.
Right. So we're going to be here, and then you guys are going to make that happen for us.
Yeah.
How about that?
And guess what? He said we're going to do live streams for our Patreon stuff. Nah, fuck that. You guys are just going to donate. We're not doing it.
We're going to say that we're going to do live streams, and you guys pay, and then we say, like,
we want you guys to donate money to us, even though we're giving you no extra content. There's no reason to.
You know what? I think that is the future.
Yeah.
Like, listen, you guys are all paying money to these people that are streaming, and you get stuff back for it. Let's change this up. Let's be different than everyone else.
Yeah.
Why don't you guys give us money and we don't do anything for it?
Exactly. Well, I mean, we're going to do shit, but
it's
not
like
what
a
you want us to
GoFundMe
do.
page.
Basically, it's a Kickstarter.
Yeah, it's
guys.
No, but with a Kickstarter, you still get something back. Like a GoFundMe, it's like, oh, hey, I just got hit by a car crash.
Right.
Which is, you know, someone walked into Rory, and it's like, now I have bills to pay, but I can't work. Help me, help me survive. Or like you can fund all sorts of stuff, but, you know.
Hey, my son looks like a car crash.
How do we patch up this man, you know? And I think the best way of dealing with Rory is to shoot him into outer space. And if I have to go with him to make sure that he's actually there, you know, so be it. I'll sacrifice myself for the greater good. But the job is with you guys, with the public, the people, you know, our friends, our new friends, our subscribers.
For just the price of a roll of toilet paper.
Yeah.
You can see
the current price of, you know, because the toilet paper is like Bitcoin right now. Today it's very expensive. Tomorrow everyone will maybe try and get rid of it.
Yeah.
All right. 2 years from now, we're going to be on a rocket. I think we can kind of wind down and wrap this one up. But before we do, I think we'll be back here pretty soon because this has been way too long and we've been talking about doing all sorts of silly shit.
And also, like, you just can't do anything else. There's nothing else to do.
I mean, this is it. We're going to be stuck in a house. You're going to be stuck in a house. You got, you know what to do before the next thing. You sign up for Patreon. We'll make an account. You guys sign up for that. You make sure you got your credit card details in there. You know, you're going to be ready to hit that button for like donate the next time we're going to be online.
And we're not animals. We understand you can do other things, like, but you can only masturbate so much.
Yeah.
Like,
and
eventually,
then
it's
we
not
fill
good
up
for
that
you.
other gap.
Or you could just get two birds with one stone.
While they're masturbating, they can watch us.
Watch this, yeah.
Does that make us webcam girls?
I mean, I've thought about being one for a long time.
I mean, and I think you have talents.
I don't know about that, but like...
Well, it's just the way you move your lips. I mean, like, Jesus.
Okay, Livestream was going in a whole new direction now. We're not live streaming to talk to you. It's now we're just cam whoring. Down for it. I'm down. We got a black couch here. Stains real easy.
By the time we go up in space, this couch is going to be white. We can have guests. We can have guest appearances.
We might even Skype some guests in.
We might Skype some patrons if you donate enough money. All right. So before we head out, the next time we show, like, it's the 18th of March today. We're in Canada. There's about 600 people infected. The next time we record, what are your expectations? What are your predictions? What is going to happen? What is different in, let's say, 5 days from now?
Well, hopefully I'm working from home.
Okay. Okay, it's Monday now. Hopefully by the end of the week, you'll be working from home.
Mm-hmm. 5 days, yep.
They've said every 3 days, the amount of infections doubles. So, like, let's say 6 days is 600 now. It's going to be 1,200. It's going to be 2,000 to 500 people in about 5 or 6 days. Infections.
Yeah, they say that, but then also, like, that's based on the studies of people who didn't start.
I mean, these people outside have a very good time. We're going to have to wrap this up because we have to join them and we can convert them to become patrons.
Virus people. Oh, yeah. Do I didn't. I think that's a pretty good time to wrap it up. I don't even know if we finished talking about what we're talking about.
But we got to go.
We got to go.
We're busy.
Got places to be.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be goddamn interesting. I think everything is going to be way more on lockdown in 5-6 days from now.
I think so.
I think maybe in the weekend we could do a little, maybe a little live thingy.
I'm Dean. Hi, my name's Dean.
I'm way Dean.
I'm Dean.
I'm Dean with the laugh.
I'm down. I'm down and I'm keen. That's what a Dean is. I'm down, I'm keen, I'm Dean.
All right, thumbs up for live stream. That means that if you say that, you've made it all the way to the end of this podcast, which is fucking amazing, which is only going to be 3 or 4 of you guys. If you heard this on YouTube, just remember we're also on Spotify. We're also on Apple Podcasts. If you're on Apple Podcasts, we're also on Spotify and YouTube. And if you're on Spotify, hey, surprise. We're only on Spotify. No, we're also on YouTube and Apple Podcasts. Like, subscribe, Trinity. Share this stuff all around. Show your opinions, answer all our questions, make us feel good about ourselves.
Please.
We're here for ourselves and not for you, and we want to know that.
Yeah, we're here for ourselves. We don't care about you. We will never give you compliments, but we would like to receive them.
The confirmation. And I think on that note, peace.
Out.